All right, so we're going to multiply complex numbers. First thing we need to do is simply distribute. Everybody can get this here. All right, if we distribute, we're left with negative 30i and then plus negative 18. And we can just write it in that way. It says it should be in the form a plus bi. So we need to write the real part first, so that would be negative 18. And we can write the imaginary part second. Right, that's not the only thing we're going to see. All right, so this is a little trickier. Now we're going to multiply instead by a real number, we're going to multiply by an imaginary number. So 15i times negative I. That's negative 15i squared. We're going to come back to this here in a second. 15i times negative 1, that's negative 15i. All right, so the catch is it has to be in this form, a plus bi. Notice there's no I squared. Okay, we also need to recall that earlier when we did powers of the imaginary unit, I squared is the same thing as negative 1. So wherever we see an I squared, that's actually the same thing as writing negative 1. So it's like doing this, negative 15 times negative 1 minus 15i. Let me clean this up. So this negative 15 times negative 1, that's the same thing as 15. So the effect of I squared is it changes the coefficient to its opposite. And we're left with this answer in the end. And that's how we multiply complex numbers, the basic way. All right, the next assignment is going to be multiply complex numbers. So it's going to be like multiplying binomials. So when we multiply binomials, we're going to distribute. So we've got negative 20 plus 16i plus 10i minus 8i squared again. Right, we got to pay attention to when this is squared. We should combine any like terms. So we have 26i, but we also have two numbers, right? Now remember the effect of this I squared. It's going to change this to a positive 8. The I squared isn't gone. It's gone. There's no more I. There's no more imaginary part because I squared is a number. It's a real number. So then we can combine negative 20 and positive 8. And when we do that, we end up with negative 12. So same idea as before, but now we just have two binomials, which are in the form of two complex numbers. Remember, right? I squared is negative 1.